Hi guys, welcome back. Well, this morning I had a trip down to Stoke-on-Trent. It's about 35 miles from where I live. To pick these little beauties up. Did something I bought a couple of days ago on eBay. They're all SK 40 tapers. They're not a direct fit onto my milling machines, but you can adapt them to fit. The main difference is that the two cutouts for the drive pins on the international 40 tapers, they're both the same depth, but on the SK 40, I don't know if you can make that out, one is slightly deeper than the other, and I've adapted one of these in the past. All it's involved is grinding that section out so it matches the depth of this one. So it's no big deal to get those to fit. But it was hard to tell what was in the box on the there was only one photograph on eBay, and the buy it now price for the full box of £85, and I just couldn't resist them. They'll all be metric 16mm drawbar, so that's a bonus. I have been looking at swapping the 5/8 ones over, so I don't have to go through the messing about changing the drawbar from 16mm to 5/8. So I know all these will be 16mm. So let's I've just done myself in getting them all out of the car. Let's have a see what we've got. Well, for a start, that's an ER32 with a collet in. Now the collets alone are £10 each, so that knocks it down to 75, and looks like there's a decent 12mm drill bit in it as well. So I know there's a lot of ER32s, so let's try and separate those to begin with. That's one. That's another one. That's another one, so that's three. Oh, that looks like an ER25. Keep that one separate. Any more 32s? That looks like a 32. Yep, that's a 32. That's an extended 32. You can see the difference in the neck. Keep that with the 32s. Another 32. Looks to be two more there. Oh no, that's a 32, and that's a 25. That's another extended. That's another extended 32. Again, that's got a collet in and it looks a 16mm drill bit, that, so that's two collets I've got, so those are worth £20 before we start. I think that's it with the ER32s. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ER32s there. And just moving them around, I can see there's quite a few side locks as well. That's one side lock. That's another. Not quite sure what milling cutter that is. I've not seen one of those before. Looks like a very sharp Phillips head screwdriver, but It's definitely a milling cutter, but that's a side lock, so that's 2. That's a side lock. That's a side lock, so that's 4. That's an extended side lock. Not sure there's any makes on these. That's 5. Another extended side lock, 6. 7. 8. Morse taper. 8. And a very large one. Missing one of the allen-headed screws, but possibly missing 4. I'll have to see if I can make one of those, but that's a very large side lock. So I lost count there, guys. Was it 10 altogether? Maybe 11. That's ER25. That's an ER25 with a collet in, so that's 3 collets. So you're into £30 there already. That looks like an ER16. No collet in that one. So that's three more collet chucks. Right. There's quite a few collet chucks that don't seem to be ER collets. I'm not quite looking at the collet, they don't look like an ER collet, so I'm not sure what those are. I'll have to do some research on those, but there's one with an end mill in, 2 with another 4 flute end mill, 3 with a 4 flute end mill, looks in good condition. I'll have to do some research on those. So that's 3 of those. Another collet chuck. Again, I'm not sure what that one is, but that again's got a 4 flute end mill in, so I'm presuming there's a collet in that. There's another collet there, but I don't know if that's I don't know if the ER collets are all the same design or there's some difference in them. But that looks like a, is it a name on it? No, there's no ER on it, so it's got 1.2.7, so maybe they're not ER collets, and there's a greater acceptance of different size end mills. But yep, there's a collet in that, and there's one more there, and that looks a different collet again, unless that's a 25. 3 more collet chucks. Right. Morse taper. That looks like a 3. Another Morse taper. I think that's a 4. That'll come in handy. Not finished yet, guys, by a long way. Not quite sure what that one is with a thread on. There is a name on it, Zern. Not sure, I've not seen that one before. Oh, another Morse taper. Collet chuck without a collar on. can't see any writing on that, so that may be ER32. Same with this one. These are the only two that don't have the tightening collars on. Possibly 32 again. That's the that looks to be another side lock. Right, we're getting down to some apart from that one, guys, that's a end nil holder with the two drive pins on and a possibly 10mm thread on the inside. Done that one. Boring bar with the carbide insert on it. Now that is adjustable. There's a pin through this centerpiece, so you can spin the insert round. There's not a great adjustment on it, but it is adjustable. Aha. Now that's an ER40 collet. I recognise that one. No collet in it, but that's an ER40. One with a keyless chuck in. There's a name on it. Valdus Super 0 to 13mm. I think it's Valdus. Validus. Not come across that mate before, but it's working nice and smooth. It seems decent quality. Pleased with that. Right, done that one. Done the boring bar. Yeah, guys, this is one I'm very pleased with. Now this is a Kennametal, there's a name on this, it's a Kennametal 40 taper, and there's a 7-cutter Iscar paste mill attached to it. Now what the paste mill alone would cost is anybody's guess, but that was in the box. Pleased with that. Whoop. Still not finished. Another very large side lock. This one has the two tightening screws in. Those work nice and freely. Yeah, I may already have one that size, but I'm not sure if it's a 16mm drawbar. But yep, pleased with that. This is similar to the boring bar that I showed earlier, but this is a longer version. Again, there's not a great amount of adjustment on it, but I don't know if you can make out the indentations for the degrees there, and there's a register point. So, I'm not sure how much adjustment is on these, but I've never tried them. Possibly the star of the show in the box, I've left till last. Now this is a adjustable boring head, AB Creed. Now I have come across that name before. AB Creed, London 12, and this is on a Kennametal 40 taper, and that doesn't look like it's had a lot of use, but yeah, there's far more adjustment on this type of boring head than what you get on these. And I have got some boring bars. I'm not sure what diameter this one takes. Ones that I've got might be slightly smaller, but yeah, that'll clean up nicely, so very pleased with that, guys. So overall there's quite a selection there for 85 quid. I think, did I count 3 collets or 4? So there's at least £30 just in the collets alone, and then you've got 2 or 3 end mills. I mean, I've seen these go for £85 on their own. So now I think I had 7, 8 and possibly 9 ER32s. So if anybody watching wants an ER32, what I've done in the past is machine this first collar off, cut the taper so it's parallel, and then made a back plate that will fit my wood lathe. So then I've got a ER32 collet that will fit on the wood lathe. I just need a back plate that will fit the lathe spindle. Yeah, machine this section out, drill 4 holes through, and just some cap head screws fastened back onto the back plate. So yeah, I've got far more than I'm ever going to need. So if anybody wants an ER32 collet that maybe they've got a milling machine that'll fit the cat porches, these are all designed to go into CNC machines. Remember, all I do is take this top off, and I have been putting an extended neck on to match the international 40 tapers, but with you could do away with that with a longer drawbar, 16mm drawbar. Take this off and the drawbar will go straight into the 40 taper then, because it is a 16mm thread on the inside of the taper. So yeah, if anybody wants a freebie ER32 collet chuck that they may be able to do a bit with, just let me know in the comments, guys. Well, when I got down there, I'd only gone to pick these tapers up, but he was an engineering place, a great guy, and he'd been to an auction and spent about £5 grand, and you should have seen the stuff that he got, absolute bargain. I mean, the screw compressors, and it's unbelievable. But he had a pallet there with lots of things on that he's never going to use, and there's a gold mine, and he was gradually selling those off, some of them on eBay, but I spied something that I just couldn't resist. Well, there's shears, guys. Vertex dividing head. Now this is a similar setup to my Malco dividing head. The difference being this is much larger. I think this is an 8-inch chuck on this. On the Malco it's 5, possibly 6. Both with 3 jaw chucks, which can be mounted vertically or horizontally. Bit of surface rust on it, but nothing serious. 120 quid, guys. Just couldn't resist it. Now, no chuck key with it, but the one that I've got for the whole block fits. Yeah, jaws are moving freely. I don't think this has had a lot of use. I've no idea what these are when they're new. They're certainly more than 120 quid. Unfortunately, I'd taken my cash card with me and there was a Asda cash machine just across the road, which didn't help. Now, what I've noticed is these jaws are two-piece. They're two aluminium bolts that go through. It's the first chuck that I've got that's been that design. All the other chucks I've got, the older ones, are all one piece. He also had a box full of chuck jaws. I'm on the lookout. I bought a 4-jaw D14, good few years ago. D14 fits onto my Holbrook, and I think that, if I remember right, that was about £20, but it's missing one of the jaws. Now, I've worked out, it's quite a recent one, I've worked out that it's metric, and looking on the RDG website, they do replacement jaws for a 4-jaw independent chuck on there that seem to be metric, that suit the 8-inch. If I remember rightly, I think they were £56 for the 4. But this chap down in Stoke, he had a box full, and looking through, some of them seem to be 4-jaw, but going down only expecting to pick the 40 tapers up, you never know what to expect when you get there. But it's happened to me a couple of times. I've gone there picking just the items up that I bought on eBay and ended up coming away with far more than I intended. But you've got to grab it when you can. I think that's the limit of them. All numbered. No, they've not had much use, these. There's not a mark on them. It's just surface rust. So those will clean up very easily. So let's look for my cloth. Yeah, it's just surface rust, guys, from lack of use. I'll clean up a treat that like new, and I've no concern about the jaws. Those will come up like new as well. But there's some weight with it. But as I say, it's I've not tried moving that's spring loaded. I've not had a good look at it yet, and there's a lock there. That's unlocked, so I'm presuming. Yeah. But yeah, it's basically the same as the Malco one that I've got, but a bigger version. So you can have it vertical. Or I don't think taking the jaws out has made much difference to the weight. That seems to be unlocked. Is there another screw? Is that an oiling point? Yep, not sure about that, but there's no marks in the face of the chuck either, so yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to using that in the future, guys. I've got some resin to bore out for the robot build, and with that Creed adjustable boring bar, it'll mount into the 3-jaw, centralise it, and then I might give it a go with that boring bar for boring out the centre of it, so that's possibly a job in the near future, guys. Well, I hope you found that of some interest. If you did, please consider subscribing, and don't forget, if anybody wants an ER32 collet that they can make use of with a bit of machining, let me know in the comments and you can have one for free. See you soon, guys.